Love is in the air, or it's gonna be, and you want to start running Facebook ad campaigns for Valentine's Day. So let's get down to what it is that you need to know to successfully crush Valentine's Day or any other sales period built around a holiday. What sets a D2C company apart from regular retail? And maybe you can kind of steal some advice from Sun Tzu and who knows, maybe even quote Braveheart. We're gonna get into what you need to do to absolutely take the biggest advantage of this opportunity that you have so that you can get in, make your money, and get out and absolutely avoid the waste and confusion and struggle that trying to do what you're supposed to do will normally set you back with. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this channel. I'm super excited. Let's go. First, I want to say thank you so much. You can be watching anybody else. We're over 1,400 subs at this point. If you like what you're watching here, go ahead and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. If you have questions about this stuff, go ahead and comment below. If you want to know more about me, you can find me on the socials. It's at CT the Disruptor. I really appreciate it. And if there's more stuff that you want to know about, please comment below with your suggestions for topics of conversation, as I'm going to be releasing more of these videos every week. I'm doing a couple a week. I have been for almost a year now, and I really enjoy making sure that I'm creating content that is of the utmost value to you. So with that being said, let's get into it. So, Valentine's Day. Now, everybody knows that Valentine's Day is a gift-giving day. And gift-giving days tend to do very well for selling products. E-commerce does fantastic on gift-giving days, be it Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, I guess Leif Erikson Day if you want to go that route, or like Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever else. Now, everybody wants to be in the game for a Valentine's Day offer if that fits their brand. But let's cover the biggest mistake that most people make. The biggest mistake that most direct-to-consumer brands make when running Valentine's Day ads is they try to run them during Valentine's Day. Hear me out. So traditional retailers, folks that'll drop $1 million a day on Facebook ads and not think twice about it, who, by the way, I used to be one of those people. I was spending $1 million a day. I didn't get to over $250 million in spend by nickel and diming my way there. No, I would drop $1 million on a day for a week because I wanted to learn something, because I was running for CVS or Nissan or Activision or Levi's or Disney or a million other brands. Let me tell you something. When those brands are trying to make money because they use paid media to amplify down periods and get market share during periods of high intent, they are going to massively drive up the cost of advertising. So your CPMs could easily go up by 10, 20, 30, 50, 100%, especially if you're using the same words and the same imagery, going to the landing pages that have a similar experience as super high-end advertisers. Because ultimately, Facebook is trying to match the user experience with people that want to see it. If your user experience looks a lot like somebody else and they're willing to pay 1,000 times more a day than you are, you're going to have to compete with them in cost just to get that impression. So what do we do instead? Well, what we do instead is, for Valentine's Day, or literally any other gifting holiday that you want to get into, is we run it in advance. There's an old quote from Sun Tzu, who kind of knows what he's talking about, where what we do is we try to fight the fights that we know we're going to win. We divide, there's the Alexander the Great, divide and conquer, right? So here's what we're gonna do. Instead of running your Valentine's Day campaign the 3 to 5 days before Valentine's Day, maybe a week out, so that you can, people can order your thing and get it to the house and it'll be there, all of that stuff. Instead of fighting the exact same fight as the other people who are literally willing to spend 1,000 times what you're willing to spend in a day. Yeah, if you're willing to spend $500 a day, trust me, there's somebody like me that's willing to spend $500,000 that day. And there's hundreds of me. Instead of trying to fight that fight, instead, what we need to do is understand, where can we win? How do we get ahead of the game? What does success look like for us? Is success running as much spend as possible to grow the brand as fast as we can during this time? Or is success saying, for Q1, this is the revenue goal that we have. If we have an offer for Valentine's Day, all we need to do is run up our spend until we hit that revenue volume or that profit volume, if it's bottom line or top line growth. And you can do that a month out. I've already launched Valentine's Day promotion. And why? Because I can get out ahead of those keywords and copy that are going to be super expensive in 2 weeks. I can get out ahead of the market share of other individuals. When other brands are trying to just go out there and prospect, I'm sitting back letting my email marketing team and my retargeting just journey make the sales. I'm acquiring the customers before there's somebody out there doing it. The point to this is there's a first to market advantage. And if you're in direct to consumer, this is one of your greatest weapons. Direct to consumer advertising really has 3 big levers over traditional retail. Now, your biggest weakness is A, you don't have nearly the budget. Remember, somebody can spend 1,000 times more than you today and not make a penny, and they're still going to do good. I used to run $1 million a day, not even trying to make a sale. So my point here is get out ahead of that, because your other disadvantage is you don't have the infrastructure. But your advantage is you have twice the margin of traditional retail. You have twice the margin of a brand selling in Target or in Walmart or in Home Depot or anywhere else, because you don't have to pay that middleman all your extra money. Traditional markup in retail is 100%. If you sell it wholesale to somebody for $20, they're going to sell it for $39.99. If you do it direct to consumer and you sell it for $39.99, you made twice that margin. You can literally triple or quadruple your profits. Say you make the product for $15, you wholesale it for $20. Awesome, you made $5. If you sell it direct to consumer for $39, you made $25. Sorry. Yeah, $25. So you're doing really well. Now, the downside to that is you have to pay for advertising, but that's fine. That's where some of the rub is, and that's part of what you're paying retail to do. But if you can get that advantage, great. Another facet of direct to consumer that allows it to have a huge advantage over retail is it doesn't need to be something for everyone. Direct to consumer allows custom solutions that are higher cost because people want something that isn't generic. They want something that is very important. There's something that is special, something that is unique to them. And in gift giving holidays, especially when you're trying to show your love and care for somebody, that is a premium that people will pay. You can offer that premium product at a lower cost because you're not paying the retail markup. And lastly, you don't need to satisfy overarching budgets of a lot of departments and a lot of infrastructure. What retail has as an advantage over that ability to set up infrastructure and take advantage of it is also an Achilles heel because they now have to fund that whether they make money or not. So if you make 20 grand or 50 grand or $250,000 in the lead up to Valentine's Day and then just stop playing the game when everybody else is out in the middle of the streets throwing money at anything, knifing each other, just trying to make a buck, you've already won before other people start playing. That is your big advantage. So what do we do during Valentine's Day or any other gifting holiday season campaign type of effort? You organize your sale way in advance. You get your market share early. You creative test in advance and you scale what works and you define very clearly what success looks like. Now, if you hit that success, there's no reason you can't keep the lights on and no reason to turn off good money. But by the time you're 10 days in, 2 weeks in, and you've hit your revenue goal and costs start to skyrocket because everybody else is getting started, you can turn it off any day you want. You can stop playing whenever you feel like it because you already won the fight. You've already conquered your objective. And every day above and beyond that you make one red penny in profit is a win. So as soon as it gets hard, you can take your ball and go home. And that's the advantage that you have in direct consumer that traditional retail does not have. So if you want to launch a Valentine's Day effort, my suggestion is launch it tomorrow. I'd say launch it today, but you're probably going to need some time to get some stuff together. But the point is, there's no harm in launching an effort a month in advance. There's a lot of harm in launching it as soon as Macy's does, or JCPenney, or any other big retailer. As soon as you see an ad from a brand that can spend $1 million today, that is the sign to get them. So my point to you here is this, and I'll leave you with this note. Understand when and where to fight. Understand where the easy money is. And understand you don't need to fight the big fight to be super successful. Define what success looks like for you, and then get out ahead so you can be successful. You can reach that goal before other people even start playing the game. That is how you win. That is your unfair advantage. If you enjoyed this or anything else, hey, please subscribe to this. YouTube thinks you might like some of this other stuff, and I really appreciate it. I will see you all later. Once again, my name is Charlie. I hope you enjoyed this. Stick around for other things. You know, there's a lot of other stuff coming. I've spent over $200 million inside of Facebook on my students and clients to generate over $1 billion in revenue. I'm here to help. So I'll talk to you later.